now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is WhatKast.
Hello, this is WhatKast. I'm Matt. Welcome to the live. See this here? So I'm trying different things here for these lives because flat earthers are cowards and they report the lives. I don't get anywhere doing them and etc. All the rest of that bollocks. Right, so you can see what I've got up here. I don't know whether anyone agrees with me on any of this shit. Flat earth, no. Moon landings, yes. God, no. Sovereign citizens doesn't even deserve it, just gets a laughing emoji. And then ghosts, I'm very skeptical of ghosts, but I've got an ulterior motive because it's almost September and I always try and do a Halloween show on my podcast, and I like to have people on telling their best ghost stories or their best weird experiences or whatever. The listeners love it, and I want to try and collect some from here. And I don't really believe in ghosts, but I think if you say I don't believe in ghosts, people are reluctant to tell you their ghost stories, and I can't make content, so I'm gonna just go along with it a bit and be like, oh, ghosts, you know, I don't know. Some people here might believe in ghosts, right? I don't know, but I've never seen evidence of ghosts. Well, I probably have seen evidence of ghosts, but could be explained by numerous other things, so I wouldn't say that, right? Yeah, a lot of topics. So hopefully we'll get some kind of traffic now, and hopefully flat earthers will be. This is what I'm hoping, you know. This is what I'm hoping will happen. I'm hoping that people that believe or disbelieve in some of these come up, and they will also be a flat earth. That's my hope. Right? So I'm going for that. That's that is my yeah, that's my angle here, right? And hopefully we can do that. Right, anyway, let's get straight on there then. Let's see what we're doing today. I'll do the multi-guess. I'll sort that out first. Because I've noticed that I get less lag and watch it go wrong today. But I've noticed I get less lag when I just have the panel down the side rather than keep popping up. But I can't even get it to do that. I'm not sure it's going to be a lag-free day today. Settings, can't do it because I have to be live. Right, okay, I'll go live and then I'll do it immediately. Let's see how we do. How we doing, Dan? How we doing, Rubik's? Tim Curry, I don't even know who that is, do I? I've heard of the name, but I obviously must know who that is, right? Whatever you did just called buffering. Yeah, it's just going on to this. The TikTok, yeah, flat earth is dead. The TikTok, the TikTok thing always makes me buffer going when I first go live. Let's do the settings now. Have that one. Is that it? That's what I want. No, I ain't done it. For fuck's sake. Settings. That one. Change layout. I want fluid panel. Save. There. Done. Panel's down there. Everything's set up. Hopefully, who is Tim Curry? Who is Tim Curry? I've got no idea. All right, Luke. Ah. I know who it is now. Right, how are we all doing? Hello, 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 people on the Talk of Tick. And let's do a hello for the YouTube people. Brandon, Rubik's, Deplorable, Boston Constance, Ashley, Calder, McKagan, Big Fish, Jeebus, Dan, Just Thinking, Fish, LP on Fire, Daryl, Dan. I think that's all for now, isn't it? Everyone's typing anyway. How are we all doing? We are doing some random topics today purely for engagement, because Flat Earth is absolutely dead and the ones that remain are cowards. So hopefully people might have the balls to speak about one of these topics: Flat Earth, moon landings, God, sovereign citizens, or ghosts. So that's what we're doing today. And we'll see what we do with that. I'm going to get on here now on my other account while we're waiting. How we doing? Seeing if I wonder if the free speech advocates of the Flat Earth side will decide that they're allowed to interact with me now, because they obviously are so. I'm going to make those a bit bigger. Obviously, they are so single-minded that they allow their flerf daddies to tell them who they are and are not allowed to talk to. So maybe they'll be allowed to talk about this. I don't know. We'll see. Got to try and make these bigger, but it might be at the expense of the top of the chat there. But that's a risk I'll take. Might have to make it. Let's go up there. How's that look? Might have to make it bigger on here. Ghosts are just as fake as the Flat Earth. Yeah, I get that, but I'm trying to listen. Before anyone comes on here and starts criticising, oh, god damn it, you can't talk about this shit. Flat Earthers won't fucking talk to me, right? So I've got to sweeten it a little bit with these bollocks, all right? So I will just go with it, and I'm always making content on this stuff anyway. So if I can get decent conversations about any of it, works for me, son. So let's do it. Let's hopefully I agree with your opinion, but I'm happy to have an open-minded conversation for the benefit of content. Try and get this a bit bigger over here. How does that look? And everyone see all of the can everyone see all of the topics? It's the best I could get. Maybe I should ask them to make them more stand out. I don't know. Cool. Right, let's endlessly like my thing. Sweetening it with bollocks. Yeah, I could put, yeah. But you know, people won't come up, and so Dan's just has done a super chat. I'm going to put it on the screen. So Dan for $5 has just said, you should change your prompt. If they are controlling us, who are they? Yeah, but then people won't want to talk about that, will they? Like, it's really difficult to get conversations anymore, because people know I'm got a bit of a reputation as a bit of a piss taker now. Right, so hold on, I can see that now. Fucking hell, I need to move that way a little bit. It's on my phone. There you go. Move it up a bit. All good. think that'll do it. If anybody wants to speak about any of these topics, you are welcome. I think flat Earth is bollocks. I think the moon landings happened. I think God is bollocks. I think sovereign citizens are laughable and don't practice what they preach. And I am willing to have civil conversations about ghosts. So you got a bit of everything up there, right? If anybody wants to tell me their ghost experiences, you might just find yourself on a Halloween podcast. It's all being recorded. Right. Hello. Hello. You all right? Yeah, do you disagree with any of my opinions here? Yeah, I know, but they won't talk to me no more. They're fuckers. I know, but they won't join me anymore, so I'm trying to sweeten the thing with some different topics. Yep, sure. What's your name, mate? Gav, not Gary. Gavin, right. So, Gavin, what's your weird experience? Hold on 2 seconds. Sorry, Gav. 2 seconds. The YouTube people can't hear you, so usually this solves it when I do this. So I'm just going to try something.
That's fine. Is that any better, or is it working? Or
Hold on. Right.
Is that any better? Can everybody hear me? Or?
Right. Can you hear on YouTube now? Good. Right,
So
okay.
basically, there's a place near us. It's called Clumber Park, and there's loads of lanes that get down to it, and there's a few really old houses dotted about down there.
Yeah.
And it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've got two mates in car with me, and we're driving back. And there's an old guy.
Where's this again? Can you just clarify? I didn't hear where you said where this was.
It's called Clumber Park.
Where's that?
It's near Worksop.
Okay, yep, go on.
Anyway, there's these houses dotted about, these really old houses, and we're driving down. I'm driving, I've got a mate in passenger side and a mate in back. And all of a sudden, we come to one of these houses, and there's an old bloke, I'd say late 70s, early 80s, and an old woman stood at the side of the road, dressed in old clothes. And I wouldn't know how old, but really old clothes. And they were stood there, and he'd got his arm around this old lady. And they were just stood there like they were frozen in time, and all three on us at the same time just went, whoa, what's crack? Like, why would two old people just be stood there outside this house, early hours in the morning? Like, old people.
Why do you think that?
Like, bizarre. It was just bizarre. I'm not saying it was definitely a ghost or what, but it was just bizarre.
This is what I never understand about ghosts, though, right? Like, it's like you die and get a choice of which old clothes you want to be a ghost in. Like, you never see a ghost in modern clothes, do you?
Yeah, you don't see a ghost in a pair of Air Max 90s.
No. So it's like, did ghosts stop happening after the Victorian times?
Yeah, and they're always walking by a doorway or in a window.
Yeah, they just float along.
That was weird, but I can't definitely say 100% it was a ghost. But my thing is, if they were ghosts, everybody's got mobile phones now. Surely somebody would have proper evidence.
There you go. This is what I say.
I suppose you could say the same thing about UFOs though as well.
Yeah, I should have put UFOs up here, shouldn't I? You got any UFO stories?
I think UFOs are a bit more believable than ghosts. I think.
Not to flat earthers. There's no space.
But there is videos of stuff that nobody can identify and stuff like that. But with ghosts, I just think, like I say, that were a weird experience. I don't really know how to explain it, but like I say, if they were ghosts, surely somebody'd have absolutely solid evidence of it.
Yeah. Same as Bigfoot, same as the Loch Ness Monster. These days you don't like you see loads of pictures from back in the day. Oh look, this is really blurry and fuck, and you think, all right, they had shit old cameras, whatever. But now people should be able to zoom in and get like the face and everything. But the UFO thing, I don't know. Like, who knows whether if you see something weird in the sky, who knows if it's just a government thing that they're keeping secret or whether it's
it could be something
other
to test.
BS.
Right,
But it's called Ecamm. It's a thing from Apple. So as my stream just continued now because it's now started. Like it said, it started again on YouTube. But you just got buffering and then I came back. Is that what happened? Right? Can you see me? We're back. Right? Okay. Cool. Yeah. So did you have anything else? What? Was I buffering on here? I felt like it was still running smooth on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I switched internet. I've got two different internets. I've switched internet. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. But the whole time through that, I stayed on TikTok. He's now gone. Right, does anybody want to talk about any of these topics? You can add your own weird shit in if you want. If you think that all of these topics are bollocks and you want to speak about something else, you can just pick your topic. I don't give a shit. It's just better than sitting here talking to the same two flat earthers over and over again, saying nothing in particular whatsoever. You want to speak about the earth? Come on up, Darren. I'm happy to talk about anything. Please like the live, share the live, all of that endless bollocks that we do. Hang on, I had another super chat, didn't I? We see too far. Oh, God, I'm going to have to... Let's do this. Hang on a minute. So Dan is plugging his own store here. Merch is now available from Unfornicated Store. Go get your merch if you're an advocate for them. They are hiding it from us. They are the ones that are controlling the narrative. Right. Cheers, Flurfinator. You're not going to get any flat earthers in here, though. That's for sure. Hopefully the other topics might inspire some people. Does send it? I don't know what it is, but there should be a gift on here that they created for me. Not them, not the Illuminati, but TikTok created for me. That's got me sitting there, like a little cartoon version of me holding a flat earth up like this, and it says flerf along it. I don't know whether anyone can see that. Repost. Can you do that on lives? I thought you can only repost on videos. I don't know. If there's any friendly people that are normally agreeing with me that disagree with anything I'm saying here, I'm happy to argue with you as well, just to let you know. Because why not? It's fun. They're trolling me. I know. They've got me like this. They've got me sitting there holding that up like that. I mean, that's because I do that so often. That tell me where the Antarctic is. Like, tell me where the South Pole is. So I do that all the time, and they've depicted it in a cartoon and just had me doing this shit, right? So, but I thought it was funny. But I don't know if there was a gift. They've created a personalised gift, but I don't know if it's available to gift me. I've got no idea. I didn't look into it. They sent it to me. Where is it? I had it on my phone. Maybe I would bring it up and show people. Hold on. I'll see if I can find it. As nothing's particularly happening around here. As per usual. Fuck is it? There it is. I've got to send that somehow to there. airdrop. And then I can open it. And then I can bring it to here. Hold on, someone's joining now. I'll keep that. Oh. I'll keep that for someone was joining. Whoever's joined, I'm trying to bring you up. It's just a very shit thing. Let's try this person. Gone. Okay. Hello.
Yo.
How you doing? All right? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I do. Can everyone hear him on YouTube?
TikTok's being weird today.
Is it? What's it doing?
Well, on a bunch of lives. On Rusty's live, people were saying they couldn't hear the panel in the chat, and then we couldn't hear the host. There was just like a bunch of audio issues.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done TikTok on my phone for fucking ages, but I always do it on live at it, but it never works very well in the live studio on Apple. I don't know why.
Oh, you're on YouTube right now too?
I'm on YouTube now as well, yeah. I'm gonna come out of this live. Did you disagree with any of these? I know what you agree with.
Let's see here. Sovereign citizen goes. Do I disagree with any? You're laughing at the sovereign citizen. That's funny.
Yeah.
Sovereign citizen, LOL emoji. I can't see the one on the right. Is it just say ghosts?
Yeah, ghosts question mark.
Yeah, no, I think we're on the same page.
Right, there's my gift, by the way. For the oh fuck, it's gone too big now. So that's what TikTok have created for me as a gift that people can send me. So it's got me as a flerf holding up a flat Earth, which is insane.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's all right. But no one's fucking sent this. But hopefully it's about £1 million, and then someone will come in and feel sympathy for me and just buy it. So you don't disagree? What do you think about ghosts? Because I've got a question mark there because I'm trying to make a semi-ghost show for a podcast.
I think the possibility that there is a spiritual dimension in front of us that we just can't interact with may exist, but yeah, you can't see it, so I don't think there's any evidence of it. It's all just.
This is what I always ask people, right?
Just Bible. It's just belief. If you believe in it, people that think they saw something, there's a logical explanation for it.
Generally, but this is how I am, right, with it. I'm one of them people that, like, every time people mention ghosts, I laugh and it's like, oh, fuck off and whatever. But then, would I do a Ouija board? Not sure, right? Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying, like, maybe, like,
you're breaking up.
So I don't know about ghosts, but like, why would there be exorcists, right? Come on.
Well, yeah, but then that's religious, isn't it? So it's like that's kind of like,
yeah, it's also just a show too, like those evangelical churches where they're speaking in tongues and being all possessed. It kind of goes in line with all that. Yeah, it's all just a bunch of jokes.
When people put their hand on your head and people like start fucking shaking around and all that shit, I can't stand all of that shit. It's like, how gullible must any of you be? That's big. That's like an American. Like, you guys are you American? You aren't Canadian. You're American.
Yes, I'm American.
Yeah, you guys have got a lot to answer for in the world with all of this.
Yeah.
I know you kicked us out 250 years ago, but still.
Yeah. I know we got some problems. It's okay.
It's like, do you think all of this stuff has just come along in the internet? Do you think if the internet never came into existence, that all of these topics wouldn't even be spoke about?
Probably not. because we would have to have like gatherings and conventions. People would have, speakers.
Yeah. But
That we would have to have forums like that.
But you had like the 9/11 stuff, like even before the internet. Well, kind of before the internet, wasn't it? I don't know. I only, when was that? So I only just had the internet in 2000.
No, so yeah, that was pretty much right when it was happening. So
yeah. Why are Globers so crazy obsessed with flat Earth? Says the guy talking to me that's got all of these different topics up here. Very weird question there, Freedom Island. Let's see if it'll come up. I'm not really sure why you would ask that question to a live when I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different topics that you can choose to talk about if you want to. He's not going to come up, is he?
I'm not obsessed with flat Earth. I'm fascinated with how people can be so dumb in 2026 when the magic rectangles that we all hold prove gravity and satellites. I'm more fascinated by how people can just live.
Freedom, why don't you just come up with all of your mouth? Just come up like you act like, here I am, a globe zealot that desperately needs all of my indoctrination to be true. Just fucking join. I'm happy to speak about everything. The reason that I do this is because of people just like you, people that are just sit in the comment section being a dick and won't have a conversation. Anybody that wants to have a conversation, I'll have a conversation with them. But you sit there like somehow you've got all the... Everyone else in the world but you and a few other dickheads on the internet are wrong, but you're correct. That's why I come and do this. That's why I like to talk to you. Look, I'm getting gifts with me on them. What the fuck is that about? Yeah, so I'm going to give you another invite there for you to shit your pants from, Mr. Freedom. So why not? If you think this is me, we're sitting here talking about fucking 9/11 and ghosts, and you come in the chat, God damn it, why is everybody so obsessed with flat Earth? Well, no one was even talking about it, dickhead. So come on up. Yeah, keyboard coward, they're calling you over on my YouTube. Got another super chat here from Unfornicated. Says, Gladiator is the same level of asshole as Vale. Oh, don't. Vale. Fucking hell, what a dickhead he is. Hopefully Vale is he's got... Well, I did block him. What are you showing here? Esteemed? What's that you've got? If I put you on the big screen, will I get a violation?
Me?
Yeah, you got something up there, right? That's you, isn't it?
Oh, this is an original picture. No, yeah, you can big box this.
Oh, okay.
This is I don't know if you know who Bedazzle is.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Picture with his, he took this picture with his Panasonic camera. I'm showing it with his permission, of course. But let's look at this real quick. Hold up. Let me zoom out.
You've zoomed off. All right.
So I got same device. So I got to just toggle through pictures. But
okay.
So we're on a boat launch ramp, looking over the canal here. You know, and see how far apart those pylons are.
Yep.
You zoom in.
Right.
You kind of see that curvature.
Yeah. Doesn't prove anything. I might just be a flat earther today because, like, it's no one else is going to be. How does that prove? I'll do Angels of Shite. How does that prove the globe? How does that prove the globe?
Well, see, there's this curvature there that curves at the rate it's supposed to, so it's kind of...
Yeah, but our eyes are round, so they create curvature to exactly the curvature that we need for a globe.
Wait, who created the curvature?
Our eyes are round, so we see with curvature.
Wait, so you're saying that my eyes,
yes,
since they're round, they just... Well, then why does it look... So wait, you're telling me when I zoom in it's curved, but when I don't zoom in it's flat? How does that work?
Yes, prove it. I don't.
So I
think your curved one is CGI.
What about this?
Why is Gladiator going by Kai? I don't know. He was Gladiator for ages.
We'll do this one again. Let's try this again.
What's this then?
Let's do here, and then we'll so in that last picture. So now we're under the bridge. See all those pylons in the water underneath?
Yeah, look at
Under
that.
the bridge.
Look at the ground ramping up and the sky ramping down until it converges.
Oh yeah, look at that curvature.
Yeah, that's your eyes. That's just your vision. It's Euclidean, whatever the fuck they say. I don't even know what they're talking about when they say all that shit.
When they say Euclidean, they're talking about Euclidean. They're always just bringing up 2D geometry. They always say Euclidean to try to get away from the fact that there is spherical geometry and also trigonometry. So,
yep. Hang on a minute. I've got to get the topics back up on the screen. So
you're telling me my eyes make this curve at long distance.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure this out here.
That's what I'm telling you.
Since my eyes are curved, but only when I zoom in through a camera.
Yeah.
Is it because my eye is curved and the camera lens is curved and then it makes a double curve?
It's my special rules. Do you not know about them?
I just want to really understand how my eyes work here.
Yeah. So what happens is your eyes are so big that you can only see the curvature from them when you zoom in.
Got it. But so it makes curve at long distance, but at short distance, light goes straight. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. I say. And planes don't dip their nose, so I'm already right. So I don't need to prove anything else.
They derived the Earth curve from our angular resolution limit.
Angular resolution. So that's what it is.
Nice word salad that was.
I've just won my first debate as a flat earther. I'm very proud of myself. Hang on a second. I need to put myself back on here. I've got a super chat to do. So here we go. So Brandon for the $5 says under bridges are flat. Welcome to Flat Earth. Exactly. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Isn't it word salad because you don't understand it? Oh, this is Gladiator again in the chat. I'm tempted to invite him up again, but fuck me. Like, he's the only one that ever comes up. So I might just let the chat argue with him. But to his credit, he does come up. But he needs what I suggest you do. Yeah, he is. What I suggest you do is that you try to think. Why is it that other flat earthers don't go up onto lives anymore?
Let me guess. Angular resolution limit is right.
Hang on, you broke up. I didn't hear what you said.
So how come it curved behind the horizon? Why are these concrete arches curving behind the horizon before I hit my angular resolution limit? That's weird.
Yeah. Do you want Gladiator up here so he can try and push back on that? Because he will come up.
Because see how like according to the laws of perspective, it would come to a vanishing point if it kept going on forever if it didn't go over the curve, but it's going over the curve, so it doesn't even have a chance to get to that vanishing point because the vanishing point is past the horizon.
Someone had just
weird.
Yeah, but someone just requested it, but I think it was another Glober anyway. Gladiator, just out of interest, as you're the only person with testicles on the other side in the room, what do you think about these other topics here? Vicious Cycle just sent 10 WhatKast gift memberships. Thank you very much. If you've just got a gift membership over on YouTube, you need to thank the Cycle of Vicious for this. Right? I thank you very much, Vicious Cycle. Very generous. It's just perspective. My chat over there are all arguing with you. They've turned into flat earthers for the day.
I love it. No, the perspective one on this is so I love it because look at the canal. It's like the canal isn't converging. It's not meeting in the middle like railroad tracks. It's going over the curve.
Yeah, but it's fisheye lens.
What is so? Except it's not, but that's fine. It's a Panasonic camera with the big. It's kind of like the equivalence of the P1000. It's just a different brand. It doesn't have to be a P1000. You can use a Nikon or a Canon or whatever. It's all just Zoom.
I'm gonna. I'll have him up because he's just disagreed. He just said the moon landings is bollocks and God is real. So hopefully we can have a different conversation and just obviously ghosts are real. Okay, cool. I've invited you on your way up. This could be a good conversation.
I'm just here to throw WhatKast hearts at you. Look at that combo. Combo.
Combo! Excellent. Love it. What's this bollocks? I've got emails coming through. How are we doing? What Kai or what do you want me to call you today?
What's
So
call me whatever you want, man.
all right. Is your name Kai? Is your name Kai? How do I say that? Huh?
Yeah, Kai.
Cool.
Kai.
So don't talk about flat Earth today because I'm piss bored of it. Talk about one of the other. Talk about ghosts. You said ghosts are obviously real. What's your your experiences with ghosts then?
I've had a personal experience with some sort of entity.
Like what? What happened?
Human.
Did your head spin around and vomit?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It was I did one of those like Ouija board things. You know, it works. It's real. Like
You done a
100%
Ouija
it's real.
board?
Yeah.
What happened?
So when I was like 15, it was like me and my mate set it up. There was like 3 of us, and we all promised each other we weren't going to touch it, we weren't going to fuck about, and yeah, it moved. Like by itself, it moved.
What do you mean? What? No one's hand was on it.
Went over to the numbers. No one's hand was on it. Our hands were like above it, but not on it. And
When you
the
say
little-
above it, do you mean not touching at all, or that little slight touch that you can just about move it?
touching at all, not touching at all. And even if it was touching like the paper, no one's touching the actual little device thing that moves around.
Right. I've always wondered, like, to go and do a Ouija board and just say, "Is anybody there?" and it just go to no, and then I say, "All right then," and just end it at that point because no one was there. Does that ever
My
happen
mom
to you?
said to never. My mom said to never touch a Ouija board.
Yeah, I've never done a Ouija board, but I've always heard shit stories about it. Did you think you got possessed? Gladiator.
Like no, I thought they were pranking me.
So you don't believe it then?
No, but like we all thought we were like someone had moved it because we're all convinced that obviously I knew I didn't move it and my mates knew they didn't move it. So who moved it?
Well, a minute ago, you
felt
just
an
said no
energy
one's
as well.
hand was on it. So why would you assume that one of them moved it if their hands was not on it?
Yeah, because I was 15 and I thought it was bollocks and I didn't believe in ghosts. So it was pretty fucking scary.
So
Like your mind goes to these places to try and make sense of it, you know?
Chat is not impressed.
so is anything
Yeah, but
else?
that sucks. That's zealous.
So has anything else
Like, do you
happened
not think
since
like,
then?
these guys won't agree with anything. What, since then?
Since that
Not really. Not on the
experience?
side of ghosts.
Right.
I've had like moments where I felt entities near me. I think
Like what?
like you can just feel like a dark presence near you, or like if you go to a like I've been to Auschwitz and like I felt like death was like I could feel the death. So like that to me says that there's something beyond this material world. There's something metaphysical that we can't see, we can't really interact with. Like
Yeah,
for sure.
It's
Like, what,
almost
do you
like
think it's all just the material world.
you was prepped to think that though, weren't you? Because like you're there and you feel like there's death here, and like it's if you was just
Yeah,
randomly walking along, you
could see
probably
that.
wouldn't have felt anything.
But I went to the 9/11 memorial in New York as well. I went last November and I didn't feel a thing.
So where?
There's a lot of death there, so it's like, you know the 9/11 memorial in New York, like where there's like
Oh yes,
where there's
yes.
Twin Towers.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel a thing, like not a thing. Obviously, I was like upset for them. It was a sad thing that happened, but I didn't feel like a certain type of energy that I felt when I was at Auschwitz. So I don't know. I think it's if something really evil did go on there, maybe I think that energy can kind of linger behind, you know.
Why do you
Whether
think
you want to
that?
call that a ghost or not.
I don't know. Why do you think that you didn't feel anything in New York, but you felt something at Auschwitz? What's your reason for that?
I think it's because Maybe I felt more connection to what happened in Auschwitz for some reason. I don't know. I can't even answer that. I thought it was weird. Like it was just like the you can feel evil, you know? It's hard to describe it.
Yeah, but again, that's just how
like
you
that.
feel, isn't it? Like there shouldn't be if there's ghosts and there's entities or presence there or whatever, there should be just as many there should be tons at 9/11 seen as there is at the other place, right? If that's what you're feeling, other than personal feelings.
But at the 9/11 site, it's like what? It was like 1,000 people died there, like, and then you compare it to Auschwitz, it was like millions of people died there. So it's quite different of scale,
Yeah, but a ghost,
I don't know what your opinions are on the whole. I don't even know if we can talk about that topic on there.
Nah.
Obviously, people deny that. I mean, I don't personally deny it, but
which one?
Something really evil did happen there. The Auschwitz stuff.
Oh, right,
the bad
okay.
people in Germany.
Yeah. No, we're not allowed to talk about that. We're not even allowed to talk about fucking 9/11 on here.
Well, how crazy is that? You can't talk about that. You can't talk about COVID. Yeah, there's nothing to hide there, is there?
Well,
and then these people in the chat will like act like there's nothing suspicious. Like I know you're smarter than that. I know that you've got your doubts about whatever. I mean, do you believe in ghosts?
Likely not. That's why I put a question mark there. I've never had any evidence myself of ghosts. But it's not like I haven't gone looking for them. Like I've done every year on the podcast, we go fucking somewhere supposedly haunted and look for ghosts every Halloween, and nothing happens. So.
Yeah. I think it's also probably like, I mean, if it is real, I guess that there's the intention behind it's important. Like if there's truly spirits beyond this world and you're trying to interact with them, I don't think going to one of these like gimmick haunted houses is the way.
No,
but then I have that same mindset about Ouija boards. But...
I had a guy on here once. He's actually still one of my mods on here, but I just haven't seen him for ages. But he went to something East Drive or whatever that place is. That's supposed to be haunted, right? And they monetize it, like they have people spend the night there in this super haunted house because it's like got a notorious story behind it, or whatever. And he went and spent the night there, and he said it was weird as fuck. There was loads of noises, but he couldn't rule out the fact that someone was just doing it to live up to what you'd expect. Otherwise, people would just sleep there, nothing would happen, they'd go home in the morning, that was it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like ghosts, it has to be something that's really unexplainable, like poltergeist shit. Like, I mean, if you went into your house and there was like just a bunch of shit on the table and you knew no one was in there or whatever.
Yeah, but I always said if poltergeist...
That's happened to my dad before.
What? Say that? Tell me that story.
Yeah, that's... So, well, it was my dad's when... He went to work like early morning. Only he had a key for the house. He came back at around 4 p.m. and like all the ovens were turned on, the microwave was turned on. Like immediately, what I thought was there was some like evil shit going on. But then the rest of the family were thinking, oh, it could be faulty wiring, electrical failures.
What, to turn everything on? That can't happen.
Yeah, exactly. So when it's something unexplainable like that, that's when your mind kind of goes to the supernatural.
Yeah, but...
Like, he came home and the ovens were on. The microwave was maybe not on, but had been shown, like, the door was open and it'd been turned on. A bunch of lights were on.
You know what
so I was lying.
I've always thought this. I've always thought that if poltergeists were real, and if I ever had a poltergeist, I'd just replace all of my plates with paper plates, just to piss it off. Like when it starts to chuck shit around, nothing smashes anymore. Just to annoy the ghost.
You can't piss off these entities, though.
Yeah, I can. That'd be funny.
Like they need I guess.
Trolling people that are beyond the grave. I can't get them on my YouTube. I can't get them on my TikTok lives, so I'd have to do that. So what about God then? You said God's true as well.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, I think the Earth's flat and in the center. So.
Yeah, but why is it
be possible without God?
Sorry.
Why is it obvious?
Yeah, you think you're on a spinning ball shooting on the sun?
No, not talking about flat Earth today. I've done flat Earth with you so many times, and you don't ever bring anything.
Relevant to relevant to the God question. Like,
Oh yeah,
if the
except
Earth
I
is
have
flat
empirical,
and
except
in
I
the
have
stationary,
empirical evidence of it right here on my
yeah, of course you
screen.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do
Yeah,
you
of course
think
you
of
do
his
that.
evidence
So,
there that he's got?
what is it? I can't see
I'll
it. Is
bring
it
it up.
showing curvature?
Oh yeah, this is what in the chat he was like, angular resolution limit
Oh yeah,
Hang
matches
on.
up is fabricated, blah
oh yeah,
blah
that's
blah.
true. It's mind blowing and it's true. With like, this is a fact.
Yeah,
Your side has to
prove
say
it,
it's a coincidence.
prove it,
The angular
prove it.
resolution of our eye, it can be
It doesn't have an
directly.
angular resolution limit. It doesn't have
Yeah, there
one.
is. There's a limit. There's a limit to how far we can see.
No, there's
Fact.
not. No,
And it
there's
just
not.
happens to like taper off where the Earth curve would start to
Okay,
happen.
prove it, prove it, prove that.
Yeah, it's just true. You can just Google it. Go
Oh, so
on,
it's just true because you
go on
say it. Got
Chat
it.
GPT and ask it. Yeah. But just to answer
So,
that question really
oh wait,
quickly, like if the
I
Earth is
love
in the
it.
center of
Ask
the
AI.
universe, then
Ask
obviously
AI.
God
Got
is
it.
real.
Yeah, that I love when you guys say go ask AI. That's the best. You're just an iPad baby.
Yeah, did you see
Okay.
what, Gladiator? What did you think about that woman the other day? I don't know if you've seen this clip, but she said, "Oh, I'm going to ask AI if the Earth is flat," and then she just played some text-to-speech bullshit from AI that kept saying exclamation mark, question mark after everything. Do you not? Is that not embarrassing for you that people like that exist and fake
Got a
things?
lot of flerf.
Yeah. There's absolute. Wait, I can't say that word. There's extremely stupid people that believe the Earth is flat.
Cunts.
Do you know why? Because it doesn't actually take a genius to figure out the Earth is flat. So yeah, we get a few idiots over here, just like all the idiots on your side. You know, there's idiots on both sides. There's
What do you think?
cunts, as you'd like to say.
What do you think, Globe? I'm always calling you an idiot.
So
I don't want to shit
saying
stir or
that,
nothing.
okay, so hold on. So you're saying because
Yeah,
my
someone like
eyes have
Globanos an idiot.
so because you're saying that my eye has an angular resolution limit, it makes the curve that I'm seeing, right?
With the curve you're showing in this photo, that's obviously not the curve of the Earth. What kind of small planet Earth do you think that is? You think that's the curve of the Earth? That's
This is
obviously not the curve
this
of
is
the
from
Earth.
like 15 feet above the water, and that's water, and
Okay.
yes, it's
Okay.
about 10 miles. Yeah.
You think that's the curve of the Earth? Like,
I know
why
that
would
that
why
is
would
the
it be that?
curve of the Earth
From
because I'm looking at it with my
you
eyeballs.
would never. But you just said it's from 10 feet off the ground. You'd never see that much prominent curvature of 10 feet, like
15
actual
feet
physical
off the
curvature of the
water.
Earth. Even 50, even 100 feet, you
Yeah.
wouldn't really see that much.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how high up do you have to be to actually see the physical curve? The only curve that you can claim
You
to
don't
see
believe
is
there's
the
any
optical
curves,
effect
so
of
why are you
going
saying
behind
this?
the curve. Yeah, I
You're
know.
talking about
Well, I'm
so
saying that can't
altitude.
possibly be the curve.
Altitude only comes into play when you're talking about left to right curvature. We're looking at an effect called foreshortening front to back.
Dude, if you're, like the example you guys always like to use, if you're a tiny ant on a big balloon, you wouldn't see curve front or backwards or left to the right. You'd have to
So
get so high
you
up
need
to see it.
optics. We needed to use optics, high powered zoom optics to get this picture. This isn't what it looks like with your normal eye, right?
Oh, hey guys. Hey Kai, you can see curvature from sea level. You literally can take a photo of the horizon and
just
compress it left to right,
Yeah, you'll see
and
the
it's
horizon curve. The horizon is not flat, even when you're looking at it
yeah,
at the beach.
and you can do that with a level above the horizon, and the level stays flat, and the horizon curves.
Or you could take a panoramic and not compress it without a fisheye lens and just put a ruler up on it. It's not hard, but you guys just are lazy and
Yeah. Oh, hey
kinda
Kai,
stupid.
you said something about the limit of the human eye, right?
Yeah,
That's why we can't resolve it. All right.
yeah, it's a real thing.
So angular
No,
resolution,
I
right? Like
I
the
was
size
just
of an
bringing up
object,
that
the
there's a
distance.
coincidence in your model.
Right, I know. Raleigh criterion, all that stuff that you guys like falsely attribute to it. Cool. So you made that statement. So what goes into how you calculate that? Like the distance to the object or
how do we see the moon or the sun? I guess those must be within
There's a
3
lot.
miles,
There's a
huh?
lot of stuff. Right? It's like you got to take
Okay.
into the account the observer height, what the object is, how far away it is. Like, then you're taking the Earth.
Oh, why would the
calculation,
observer
then you look
height
at-
have to do with angular resolution?
Because being how high up dictates how far you can see. Because you can
Oh,
increase
gotcha,
your angle
gotcha.
of elevation,
So
you're going to see further.
so what you're saying actually is the opposite of how it functions, right? So if you're on the ground and you're looking at an object and you can't see it, right? It's off in the distance and it's behind the curve, right? You say it's because it's too far. When you raise an elevation, you now are further away. So if you're further away, it makes no sense that you should see it now.
Well, it should if you understand how light works and how the attenuation rate at the bottom and the top of objects will differ, and how absolutely you'll see things at the top before you see things at the bottom. Like
the attenuation rates are different versus top versus bottom, Glover. Now, did you hear that?
Yeah,
The
where did you
attenuation
learn
rate
that,
is different
Kai?
on one singular object. The attenuation rate is now different. Are you listening to this nonsense?
No,
Yeah,
angular resolution
yes,
acts
that's how
from
light
the.
works. So do you think
Yeah,
on a boat,
I know how
do you think
light works.
Do you think on a boat, do you think you're just seeing one piece of light, or are you seeing like millions, if not billions, of tiny little pinpricks of light?
Yeah, so you're telling me that on an object that's like 10 feet tall, the light that's coming off the top is attenuating differently than the light at the bottom over a 10-foot span. Okay. This guy is wacky.
Hello.
Hello, Max.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild because what I know about light and how to calculate angular resolution and, atmospheric refraction, all the things that I know to calculate for, none of the things you're saying are true. It's just weird. Like,
it's because this guy is educated by ChatGPT. He's never done math in his life. ChatGPT does it for him.
No, I hear someone say something and I go and Google it and it says it's true. I'm like, whoa. Like, every time I hear a flat earther say something, it sounds like bullshit. I go and Google it and it turns out it's true.
Right.
Oh, so what shape is the Earth? Do you Google that and it turns out it's true? That's weird. Shall I Google that right now?
That, obviously.
Oh, you said every time.
Hey, have you Googled, does light... Did you Google, according to the inverse square law of light, does light travel forever? Did you Google that one?
Yeah, I don't think it travels forever.
When you get bored of this,
okay, so that's why we all know that you do not know at all how light works because you don't know. Pause.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at lights like in the past, like billions of miles away.
I've got to hold your feet to the fire here. You just said 2 seconds ago, 1 minute ago, whatever it was, that every time a flat earther has ever said anything and you've Googled it to see if it's true, it was true. So
okay, I've been hyperbolic, obviously not every time.
So what about the sun in the clouds? What about that one when they say that? Right.
Okay, no. When it comes to a flat earther making a speculative claim, I'm not going to go Google it because that's just what they think. But then if they say something like, hey, did you know it's a fact that the sun and the moon just happen to look the same size because the sun's 400 times bigger and 400 times farther away? When I first heard that, I thought, that's bullshit. That's obviously not true. They're not even the same size, whatever. And then I Google it, and it turns out that is true. So, but then if someone said, oh, I think the moon's plasma, I wouldn't go and Google that to find out it's true. Because that's a speculative claim.
So is the sun and the moon the same angular size, like exactly the same angular size?
Dude, it was just a total solar eclipse. So
it's a little bit different. The distance to diameter ratio is like 114 to 1 and 112 to 1 or something like that.
If they were the same size, exactly, in reality, to make each other, they would be colliding in the sky.
Yeah, if they were the same distance away again. It's the sun is roughly...
If they were the same distance to be the same size, they would be colliding, not eclipsing
I don't think they're the same distance away.
Duh. Yeah, so they can't be the same size.
And by the way, Kai,
what do you mean
don't use how light works and then
they can't be the same size.
Bodies shrink
apparent to us.
Dude, okay, so if one is behind the other and they appear to be the same size, but one is behind the other, they can't be the same size because dude, I understand that. That is so fucking insane.
No, you don't understand that it's possible. You can get 4 different shapes of light, and the 4 lights are each bigger and smaller than each other. And then with putting different mediums in between the light and the observer, you can change all those lights into the same size.
Oh, so there's just all these magical different mediums between them. Got it. You can't see
there's
better.
There's probably like a dimmer switch or something up there, I guess.
You're denying that it's a real optical phenomenon where you can change a bunch of lights that are different sizes and different shapes, and you can actually turn them into the same shape and size apparent to the observer. You're denying that?
With
That's
manipulating them with like mirrors and
Yeah.
lenses
Okay.
and like
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Sure, but
Right.
Where
So you're
are
saying
these
the
mirrors and
atmosphere
lenses
does
in the
that.
sky? Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I'm
Okay.
saying that everything in the sky is in an apparent position. It's probably being reflected or partly. I mean, you believe
Yeah,
in the
that's
idea of
horseshit.
some. Okay, but then on the split, if I ask you how a Sentinelian eclipse happens, you'll say, "Well, we're not actually seeing the moon where it is. We're not actually seeing
No,
the sun where
I
it is,
can
and it's
I
just
can
being reflected."
literally explain it perfectly on a globe.
You probably
No, you
can't
can't.
see this, but it just says the sun is roughly
Yeah, I can.
31.6 to 32.7 arc minutes. The moon is roughly 29.3 to 34.1 arc minutes. So not exactly the same then.
Yeah. So Kai, it happens either at a higher elevation or at higher refractive indexes, and it only happens a very small distance from the horizon. Okay? So this happens in very specific conditions. You can't explain it
Specific conditions.
all. Like they
Yeah,
predict where you'll see a solar eclipse based off elevation, refractive indexes, all of these things on
None
a
of which is
globe.
exclusive
Can
to
you
a
now
geocentric
explain how it
globe.
happens on flat Earth?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
sure.
Yeah.
Everything in the sky moves in a cycle. This was all done before we thought it was a globe, or we thought the globe was moving.
No, incorrect. The solar cycle is based on a globe. It rotates once. It switches or rotates. The cycle switches once every like 14 years, 7 months, and 3 days, or something like that. And that's based off the apparent position of the Earth relative to the sun. So, again, you're wrong.
Okay, so how did ancient civilizations manage to predict lunar and solar eclipses years in advance?
They didn't. They missed them about 40% of the time, and they never knew the path of totality. So you're just batting 1,000 here, bud.
Well, okay, so when someone goes and Googles this, and then they see that I'm right and you're wrong, now
What do you want me to Google?
I'm like, you guys.
We're Googling this right now.
Did ancient civilizations, who obviously believed in a geocentric flat Earth, did they predict solar
No, they
eclipses?
didn't.
Okay, that's your claim. I'm saying that.
Well, it's no. Hey,
they could
You
predict-
get called out.
Hold on.
So when
No,
you get
slow,
proven
slow.
wrong, are you never going to
Just
use it
said-
again, or are you just going to wake up tomorrow, flerf reset, and just...
you know what I'll say? If I'm wrong right now, I'm going to say, oh shit, I'm wrong. I got misled, and obviously
Okay.
they didn't do that.
So
I don't know where I read that.
So
But I'm pretty sure I read
they
that.
can't. They could never predict the path of totality, could they?
Well, I never said that. I said they predicted
Yeah,
solar
but
eclipses.
they were just roughly right. Then is what you're saying, yeah.
Duncan just... Look,
Well, I mean,
I
you
said
didn't need
around
a globe
40% of
up.
the time they were wrong. 45% of the time they were wrong. They predicted 55%
Juice?
of them. It's almost like I've been doing this for a fucking
And
decade.
his
So they were
claim
right most of the
was
time.
that that's a stretch, and also they never could get the path of totality. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think that they had a different understanding of the world that we lived in. You just think that, oh, well, it's because they didn't know we were on a globe. Well, I didn't
So
know.
since
They
they
just had us-
couldn't calculate the path of totality, and we can, and our model works, that means they were
Hey,
wrong.
guys, the most recent solar eclipse, the path of totality, went to within 1.5 degrees of the North Pole. Isn't that crazy? I wonder how Flat Earth explains that.
What do you mean? You think that doesn't work on a flat Earth? You think solar eclipses don't work on a flat Earth?
Absolutely, it doesn't work.
Why wouldn't the moon be able to go in front of the sun on a flat Earth?
Awesome. So no one in the southern hemisphere saw that eclipse. You know that, right?
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. Guess what? I
Right.
saw that eclipse, bro. I'm in the
So
UK.
here,
We had
I'm
like
almost
90%.
done. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
So during the day, when it was daytime out and the solar eclipse was happening, right? People in the southern hemisphere, I think the furthest south it was visible was like 14 degrees north. So everyone south of that location didn't see the eclipse. But yet it was daytime out. So
Yeah,
how the hell do you how do you explain that on flat Earth?
Because relative to where they are, their moon didn't go in front of their sun.
What are we talking about here? Because I'm gonna live.
Hold up.
He's
So
basically saying
remember,
that,
you said they're the same size, and you said all these other things.
Optically
To
to
get
us,
that
yeah.
shift, hold on. To get that shift in apparent like coverage of the sun, you would need two bodies that are far away from the observer. You do know that geometrically, right? You just like cheddar bobbed yourself.
You're still thinking of these things in the actual physical
No,
location.
I'm thinking about actual geometry, and you're
Yeah.
like pizza world works.
How would geometry be affected if the stuff we were seeing were apparent and not the actual physical locations? It would kind of change how we have to assume the geometry
changes
works,
per the observer. It doesn't mean that it's
Yes.
being reflected. That's just you like spouting nonsense.
Yeah.
Can any of you guys
have a
explain?
worldview and a bias?
Hang on, but there's another flat earther up here.
I have a bias. I tried to prove the Earth was flat for 2 whole years. You're right.
Yo, Kinematic, please help me. They're lost.
Yeah, no, I got you. So can any of you guys explain why when I go on a solar eclipse time
Is that
lapse?
Soli?
No, I'm not solely. But when you go on a solar eclipse time lapse, the sun pauses in the middle. Why is that?
It doesn't.
It does.
Sun
Go watch a time lapse. Go watch one right now. Okay, so it has a rate at which it starts to.
What do you mean?
A rate at which it starts to cover the sun.
Pauses?
I'm sorry. What?
Hello, Lee.
What do you mean it pauses? The sun.
Go watch
pauses.
a time lapse, and you will see. You'll see the moon start to approach and cover the sun, and then it will stop in the middle for a few seconds of a time lapse. Why would that happen?
You think God's doing that?
That
huh?
happens
God.
because your position relative to those two bodies, the incident angle of the light is compressed around the object, so it appears to not be moving. That's how that works.
Okay.
So it moves all the way. So it moves at a constant speed all the way up until it hits the middle, and then it decides. It becomes conscious. It becomes conscious, and then it decides, "Hey, I'm going to stop here for a minute.
Due to perspective.
I'm going to stop." Due to perspective, you cannot justify that.
In the middle,
take 2 balls and do that for me.
Watching the eclipse, right? So the eclipse happens. You're in the middle, right? So all the light that's coming from both sides of the sun is compressed into your vision. So therefore, it appears to slow down.
Hold on.
Okay, great.
Hold on. I've got a question for Kinematic. Is it?
Well, can I refute what he said? Really quick?
Just quick. You can. I will let you. But I just want to ask you quickly. How does it point to a flat Earth? If what you're saying is true, why is that consistent with a flat Earth?
Well, if you read the comments, I said it disproves the heliocentric model.
So it also disproves the flat model as well. Then, yeah.
Because we are revolving around the sun, and for some reason it decides to stop. So again, if you could take 2 balls, if you if you could do this for me right now, I will become. I'll agree with you.
No, that's fine. But are you a flat earther?
Yeah.
Right. So why doesn't this debunk the flat Earth? Have you got a model where the sun stops or the moon stops in front of the sun on an eclipse?
Regardless if I do or not, it's a problem for your model.
But if this debunks the globe, it also debunks the flat Earth. Do you not understand the logic?
Do you not understand how that's a problem? If you guys believe that the universe is heliocentric, and now I'm showing you or giving logic on why something wouldn't work.
So you've just debunked both models, correct?
No,
the universe
doesn't debunk those because I don't have a model doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah.
FYI, the universe
in our supposed model, we could totally have the objects in the sky just change the speed in which they move.
Kai, why doesn't it bother you that you can't explain that on a flat Earth?
We already believe
Kinematic?
the stuff in the sky can
really
change
quick.
direction, or they can change speed.
Oh,
That's not
Kai,
possible.
my bad.
It changes speed, does it? It's got gears.
Yeah, magic.
I find it hysterical that this is even being discussed when stupid-ass flat earthers can't even say what keeps the sun or the moon in the sky.
Now, what keeps?
Could you just show me a representation of how perspective causes it to stop in the middle? If you could just show me that, would be great.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree with you, but you need to show it as well for your model. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean,
right?
at least you agree with me.
Yeah, but
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but you're debunking both models, is what you're saying. That's literally the point you're making.
I have a little nitpick. You said that the universe is heliocentric. No, it's not. The sun is the center of the solar system, but nothing else. It's not even the center of the galaxy.
So you believe in the model, though?
No, actually the current model is the barycentric model. So you're a little bit outdated.
I'm just going to ask Chat for a laugh here. Chat GPT for a bit of a piss around to ask it. Chat GPT, Gary. This woman's called Gary just for a laugh, right? So Gary, why is it that the sun during an eclipse, why is it that the moon appears to stop in front of the sun during the eclipse for longer than it should before it moves on?
Quick version, it doesn't stop. It just looks like it does. The moon's shadow is racing across Earth, but from one spot on the ground, it seems to linger. Totality lasts seconds to a few minutes because the alignment is very precise. If someone insists it stops, that's just perspective, not physics.
There you go. That's Gary's explanation.
So again, that's the same thing that he said, but if you could show me a representation of this in an actual model, show this actual work.
Yeah, our model is what predicts the path of totality to the second. So can you do any of that shit?
So
No.
you keep going around what my point is, though, and you can't acknowledge what I said.
No, your point is shit. Our model predicts the eclipse, the path of totality, all of these things relative to the solar eclipse. Yours does fuck all, and you're telling me that I need to explain to you why the sun appears to slow down. Maybe start with having a fucking model, and then we'll have a conversation. Until that point,
everybody has
you're
the
just
ability-
showing me a pile of shit and pretending it's a fucking model.
Everybody has the ability who's in this room to go to YouTube, go search a solar eclipse time lapse, go watch how fast the moon approaches the sun and then stops in the middle and then keeps going, and then tell me its perspective. If you can provide a model showing that, show it in real life, that'd be great.
What about a sunset,
You all have,
though? What do you say about
you all
a sunset?
have the power to go grab a telescope and go look at the curvature, but you're too lazy to do that too. So why should we do anything for you?
How do you see the curvature with the telescope, sir?
I'm showing you right now.
Oh my word, I've got people waiting.
That's
I think
not-
everyone's a
The
globe.
Oh my
picture
gosh,
is
are you
actual real
serious?
curvature. Yeah, he's being serious. He's being so
Bro, you really think that's real curvature?
So, kinematic. If you're watching,
Hasselblad's too smart for me. I'm out, guys. Hasselblad's too smart.
you're gonna run because I'm about to answer your
He's
question.
too smart for me.
About
Truck
to answer your
man.
question.
Keep on
Hang on,
trucking.
did that
dude.
happen on a
Oh my
live the
God.
other day? Did that happen on a live the
Yeah,
other day?
he
Was
runs
that
away.
that guy? Oh, that's ridiculous. Come on, this is just a fucking conversation. What are people running away
this
from?
Hasselblad guy sucks, bro. This Hasselblad guy's like a
Sucks.
anti-fluff troll.
He's
Yeah,
not
no,
a
he
troll.
sucks.
Why does he suck?
I was talking to this guy
Oh
like
wait,
in 2020.
he's a
Donkey.
troll because
and he
he's a
sucks.
professional photographer and he destroys you guys. He
He's been talking about
destroys
this
Donkey.
you
since
guys.
2022.
Donkey,
He's been
you
talking about
think
this since
Oh my
2022.
God.
I'm worse? You think no? I haven't been talking about this since
Fucking
2022.
track star just
It's
sprinted
that's
out of
it's
funny
here.
because
longer
I
than
first,
that.
I first got into this topic in
Do you
2022, and you were there on the
do
live all
you
the time. So
think
that's a lie.
I'm worse than Globe or not?
Hasselblad,
I
back me up on my
haven't
You're
picture, bro.
willing.
interacted
Help me.
with Globe
Let's
or
be
not.
clear. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. You're willing to talk to fucking Globe or not, but not me.
Hasselblad,
Yeah,
you
right.
say
I've
you-
only
I'm
talked
a
to Globe
prick.
once, maybe. So,
I'm an absolute prick.
So here's another simple answer to the time lapse question. So when you're doing that time lapse, the camera's going to be in auto exposure. So as the moon is approaching the sun is really fucking bright. So you have it in auto exposure with your solar filter on. As the moon covers the sun, it all of a sudden gets a lot dimmer. If you start watching these time lapses online, you'll see the moment where the camera adjusts its exposure. But since it's getting dimmer and the camera is brightening its exposure, the glare also gets bigger, which means the moon is going to appear to be covering the glare, like the area of the frame that the glare is taking up becomes more, which means the moon will also appear like it's not moving as much compared to when the exposure was dimmer. It's not that hard to understand. I was watching these as Kinematic was making his claims. So that's a secondary reason to perspective. Your eyes also do the same thing.
Hassel
Quick
Daddy,
question,
save me.
Can I?
Is this the real
can I-
curvature, or are my eyes lying to me, Hassel Daddy?
Can I message you afterwards? Because we have a solar, almost total solar eclipse, 93% eclipse in February here, and I need a filter, but I have no fucking clue. So can I message you to recommend one?
He's talking to
Spend
you,
a lot
Josh.
of money on.
Yeah, something that will let me
Seriously?
record
Yep.
the eclipse and not mess up my phone.
Yep. So just go on Amazon and type in solar filter. You'll
I
find
did
them.
that, but
How
there's
are you
like
seeing glare if you're using a solar filter?
most of the results that I get are like ND filters, not
Yeah, you want like
proper
an
solar filters.
ND 1 million.
I think you missed the part where he said the exposure changes because once the
Mhm.
moon gets in front of the sun, it's going to change exposure to try to get that light.
Yeah, but people are recording it with a solar filter, so there's no glare.
Yeah,
Right?
you can. So I can do this live for you right now. Takes me a little bit to set the camera up, but I can put a solar filter on my camera, point it at the sun, and underexpose it so much that the entire frame is black. I can then 2 seconds later overexpose it so much that still looking through the solar filter at the sun, the entire frame is white. And I can do everything in between. You still have to expose the camera correctly using the solar filter. The solar filter only allows you to adjust these settings to a different grouping than it would without it. It gives you a lower exposure to start with, but you can still overexpose and underexpose that. You guys simply don't know how cameras work.
Yeah,
Castle Daddy, are my eyes lying to me here? Is this 8 curvature and 8 miles, or what's going on here, dude?
Yeah, that's just curvature in 8 miles that the lens is allowing you to see because it's compressing it. It's foreshortening, like looking down the end of a pool stick, a billiard stick that's curved. You might not see that if you look at it one way.
Thank God Hassle Daddy came here to confirm my bias. Thank you so much.
with your Papa Glober. Yeah.
Kinematic, I'm too smart for you. Don't talk to me in the comments. I don't want to have to be too smart for you. If you ran while I was up here, why should I answer your questions from the comments?
Oh my God, dude, that was like
Gladiator.
That's a bit lame, isn't it?
I wanted.
he ran so quick. It
Gladiator.
was like that was like Looney Tunes. He left a smoke trail. Like,
Yeah, he said he was at work to be fair, but who knows?
Gladiator. I
Why
wanted
do you,
to
why
ask
do you
you.
have to make
you-
excuses? It's so.
that means you can stay on the panel because he's just a truck driver. You can just sit there and truck and work, dude. Come on, get back on the panel,
not
you be a
bad.
pussy.
Gladiator, when they ask you your argument for God, is the flat Earth your only argument for it?
No, I mean, he was asking like why I believe it. Kind of believe it. It's a big reason. I was an atheist before I looked into it.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. So this is why you people literally make us like you breathe life into this stuff because you're just lying.
You might have been non-religious. I have no problem in accepting that. But then you were. If you tell me you were an atheist and you got convinced that God exists because of the flat Earth, like that is just bullshit.
And they pay him to be in
It's not
TikTok
right.
chats all day, so he must be a flat Earth shill.
Hey, Kai.
Have you read the Bible?
So
Have you read
not
the Bible,
religious
Gladiator?
at all. My one, no, never read any religious text. I'm not religious. I was
Hey, Kai.
atheist.
Then
I
why
didn't
do
believe
you
in God.
why do you regurgitate bullshit arguments that are from the Bible?
Like what? Like what?
Like the idea that there's a dome. That's as
Yeah, I
Bible
use science for
zombie
that.
as it
I
gets.
use science for that, not the Bible.
That is not science. That is just a biblical claim, which is kind of basic.
Dude, the Bible's got a lot of crazy stuff in there. I don't use the Bible. The Bible says it's okay to have slaves.
So what? So if you're religious,
Do you know No, I'm not.
Are you
I'm
a
not.
Muslim?
Let's get this point across. Do you understand? No. I'll say my dad was not like a practicing Muslim. Like he grew up Muslim, but he didn't practice it. He didn't push it onto me. So naturally, plus with school indoctrination, I became an atheist, and I believed in heliocentric cosmology. And then when I learned how that was all a lie, it stayed.
You're in a fucking twister or something there. What's going on? You're in a hurricane.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to get inside.
Right. Okay, I'll quickly do a couple of super chats here while I didn't do Dan's. Dan, why didn't you come up? So Dan said I can do moon landings today. Sorry, I can do moon landings. I'm calm today, no caffeine. But it didn't. I asked him to come up. It didn't come up. And Vicious Cycle says for the $10, Max equals the barycentric goat. That's you, Max. It's chucking some dollars my way for you. So cheers for that. All right. So what about these other topics? I've got to go back to my other screen. Or should we just stay on flat Earth, considering that's what everyone's fucking talking about anyway? Does anyone want to touch on any of the other topics? The silence is a no. What?
No, I'll do moon landing in a heartbeat. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I'll get that. Let's go back to this.
Kai, just a quick question though, because I'm trying to understand how, when calculating like the path of totality, right? Spherical geometry is used, okay? So they include the angle of light from the sun relative to the Earth's surface and the moon at the distances that we claim, right? So they also do the calculations on a curved surface. So if we're able to use all of this math to predict path of totality, what the fuck is flat Earth doing besides like sitting around with your thumb up your ass? Like, you know what? You're right.
Fair question.
Makes them feel special.
Yeah, math isn't reality, bro. Like,
It's
does
really?
I've got a question
Do you have an
for
answer
you.
on flat Earth then?
I've got a question for you. Does 3 mean 3?
That's not reality.
Yeah.
it can be used
So
to.
when
Are you actually
Literally
not
the
just going to
weakest-
say yes? Are you actually going to try and explain why it doesn't?
That was the
No, yeah,
that was the
it means
weakest,
it.
weakest,
Well, no, it
most
means it, but
pathetic.
we gave that.
That was the most pathetic response you could say. Math ain't reality, bro. That's so weak, dude. You suck.
I can give you 2 examples of how math maps to reality. Number one, when you're playing pool, you line up your shot and you calculate the angles and you make the shot and the ball goes in. Or if you calculate a projectile and then you launch the projectile, it matches what you calculated. So
That is
math.
literally the dumbest thing you could say, that math isn't reality. Math literally is reality.
Okay, so when you make a mathematical equation and it has good predictive power, but then we find out that it's wrong, then what?
Welcome to flat Earth.
Thanks for playing.
Can
Give me
you
an example.
So do you think in
now
history
we
there's
need
ever
an
been
example. Oh, through
Can you
advancement and progression.
Yeah.
Through advancement and progression, since in a generation, right? Like, how old are you, for example? Like 20. So 20 years ago, they probably weren't teaching the same curriculum that they are today. Why? Because we need to start at a point where, hey, this is the current technology. Now to move forward, we have to start there. We can't reinvent everything every generation.
They're teaching everyone the same.
We don't have time. We don't have time to learn how to make microchips again. We don't have time to learn how to do all of that again.
Humans made microchips? Come on, bro.
Yes, we made microchips.
say what? Do you think
Oh,
a reptilian made
God.
fucking microchips?
Holy shit! Holy shit!
who
Let's
made
stay
the
right there.
microchip?
Let's
Who made
stay
the
right there.
microchip?
Let's
Who made
stay
the
right there.
Who made the
Humans.
microchip?
Humans.
Yeah, who? Name the scientist.
Who invented it?
Yes.
Do you want me to just Google it?
Well, yeah, so you don't know.
No, I don't need to.
Why does it matter?
Why
Like, I'm
does it-
surrounded
what
by
difference does that
microchips
make?
right now.
Yeah, what difference
Hold
does
up,
that
hold
make
up.
if I know the
Does he
name of the
know?
man who invented the microchip?
I mean, I know.
What difference does that make?
Hold on, Kai.
I-
do you
I
who
know.
They don't
invented it?
exist. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying
So
that
that's the
they
biggest
weren't
straw man,
created
and
by
that's
humans.
all you guys have is straw mans. That's all you guys have is straw mans. Oh, I say that humans created a
Is-
microchip. Oh, who did it? I
Well,
don't
who did
fucking
it?
know. A human
Jack
being.
Someone can
Kilby.
fact check me. I know that it was like
Jack
1958,
Kilby.
1959.
Jack Kilby in
Jack Kirby.
Texas.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Kilby.
So now what?
Kilby. Yeah.
Now what?
Jack Kilby.
Yeah, but that was
I'm gonna
built
Kirby.
on what Michael Faraday discovered about semiconductors. So it's you can't really, some things you can't point to. The
Hey
person
Kai, who do you think made
invented
microchips? Who made
Yeah, I don't-
microchips, Kai?
Not like maybe a different type of human. Or
Just
type of
tell
human.
us.
I don't-
Tell us who
I
you
don't know.
think made
Different type of
microchips,
I have no
please.
idea. I have no idea. I don't think you.
But you don't
I
think
don't
that
think-
oh my god. Okay, thank you for solidifying your level of incredulity and just dumbassery. That
Is
was
there
fucking
everyone on the
amazing.
panel? even the host
That was amazing.
might maybe
That was
agree with me.
amazing.
Do you think it's possible
Dude.
we've been handed down technology that we didn't create by aliens?
No.
You guys,
Hold up, guys.
Handed
So he
down.
believes in
Handed
aliens,
down
I guess, but he doesn't
by
believe
the by the
in space.
Nephilim, by the Nephilim, right? The angels that came
Oh,
as children with the women. Yeah.
It's almost like this guy's
And-
never seen an episode of How It's Made and like just watched computer wafers get manufactured. It's like we almost like you can go back through time and research how this developed.
Yeah, but those are reptilians working in those factories.
Yes. You see them. They all have like lab coats
Dude,
and masks.
I'm convinced now. I can't take this guy seriously anymore. Like once.
Oh
this
no,
man
he's been trolling for 5 years.
He's like, Mike, you think microchips were invented by humans? Yes.
So Donkey, give
I
us.
just said 5 years, so that means when he said he wasn't doing this in 2022, he was lying through his teeth. Okay.
No, I said so. If you were listening, I said I started before
Liar.
2022.
I'm so
You dingus.
Oh, so that's even more embarrassing for you. That's even more embarrassing.
Yeah.
You've been doing
So
it for
can you
longer
give
than
us an
half a
example? Can you give us an example of an equation?
Dude, you think microchips were invented by reptilians or some shit? That's embarrassing. You're an embarrassment to
I
humans,
really want to hear
dude.
Hasselblad's question for him.
Give us an example of an equation that we use today as related to the globe or the heliocentric model that is incorrect. Go ahead.
Newtonian dynamics.
I couldn't hear you because you decided to throw your phone in the toilet and yell at it.
Newtonian dynamics.
Newtonian dynamics. Newton's gravitational law.
That's not an equation. Give me an equation. You said Newtonian dynamics. That words aren't an equation.
Do they use math in Newtonian dynamics?
8 inches per mile squared would be an equation.
Newtonian dynamics?
Yeah, so can you give me the equation that you're talking about?
Yes, we use Newtonian dynamics.
That they use, but Newtonian dynamics has been disproven. We know it's not true.
No, it hasn't.
Okay, so you're just misinformed.
So you're...
Wait, hold on. Google. Wait, let's everybody Google right now. Has Newtonian mechanics been disproven right now? Please.
I'm gonna do it.
ChatGPT.
I've got it. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm on it. Everyone should be able to hear this. So,
Wait,
Gary,
but make sure you actually use ChatGPT.
I'm using it right now.
Yeah,
Gary has Newtonian. What did you just say? Newtonian physics.
Yeah, Newtonian physics.
In mechanics.
Basically,
he said
classic
dynamics,
motion
but use
rules.
mechanics. That's what he meant.
Things don't just stop.
Hang on a minute. Wait a
mid-orbit.
minute, Gary. Has Newtonian dynamics, is that the question, been disproven?
Checking. No. Newtonian dynamics hasn't been disproven. Einstein extended it, not replaced it. For the moon and eclipses, Newton's laws are plenty accurate. Live version, no. Newton still works here. Relativity just refines it.
Cheers, Gary.
Got it.
Thanks. Right.
Oh. You
But
just
he's-
got schooled by a computer, Gladiator. That's sad.
But he
Gladiator,
still didn't
I want to check
give
out
me
the rest.
equation.
I want to check out the rest of these claims that you Googled from flat earthers that were all true. While I'm here.
They're all false. Hey, Kai, can you
what did-
give us a
what did
mathematical
ChatGPT
equation
say?
for flat Earth that's useful?
Wait, what did ChatGPT say?
It said you're wrong.
Yes.
Gladiator,
This is something
Gladiator,
I
I'll do you a
came into
favour.
a fight.
Gladiator, I'll do you a favour.
So why would
I'll
you
let
have-
you
why would
tell
you
me.
have to refine something that
You
works?
tell me how to word the question, and I will word it that way.
The wording of the question's fine, right?
Are you always
don't
taking a
understand what
shit?
it's saying.
Like you're taking a shit, aren't you? You can hear the echo in the fucking toilet.
Go back into my apartment. Come on, man.
Better wash your hands.
Yeah, don't want to do Nathan
Not any
Thompson.
wind now.
Bro, of
Wait,
course you didn't. Of course you didn't
Gladiator.
listen. Of course you didn't listen
Gladiator.
exactly when he asked the question. Has Newtonian mechanics been disproven? And it resoundingly said no.
Gladiator, are germs
Fuck
real?
out. Oh, what? Can I answer a question? Like, what is this? Like, you are claiming that Newtonian dynamics is like still correct when it
Yes.
just said that Einsteinian relativity had to come in and quote unquote refine it. Would you refine something that works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Einstein's field equations used Newtonian physics, so there's that.
Because it was wrong and it made wrong
No,
predictions, which means
no,
it
No.
was
it was not
wrong.
wrong.
So why did
No.
they come and refine it?
So, for example, you suppose that you get like six sig figures that are correct, and you refine it. Now you get 8 sig figures, like significant figures. That's what refinement means. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It means that it just gives you more precision, right?
Yeah,
And so
because
if you measure a gap with a ruler, or you use like a
Yes,
high
that's what I
grade
mean.
caliper, that's just refinement. You don't know what words mean. This is a little bit embarrassing. But I
Okay,
wanted to
so-
ask you: do you think germs are real?
Germs?
Yes.
Yes. I think germs are real. Yeah. You can
I
see
believe
germs.
in a
You can literally see germs
How? With what?
with a microscope. With a microscope, you can
I can see the curvature. I can
No, you
see the
can't, bro.
curvature.
Yeah,
I
but-
can
yeah, but
see
you
the
can't, bro.
curvature.
You can't.
How? Kai, Donkey, how big is a germ?
How big? I don't know. I don't. Can you
Would
see
it-
germs? Yes or
would
no?
it be?
Yes.
Would it
So-
be? Would it be? Would it be useful to measure a germ using millimeters?
No,
Why?
because I think it's smaller than a millimeter.
Yeah.
I agree. Was the millimeter invented as a unit of measurement before we measured the first germ?
I imagine. Yes.
Yeah. So we had to come up with a different scale to more precisely and accurately measure a germ. Do you agree?
Yeah, we developed the capabilities to actually observe germs. Before that,
Yeah.
But then
when
people got sick, it was
when
because
we
of God
observed
or
them,
whatever.
He's
When
getting
we-
it, guys. He's getting it, I think.
Well, I don't deny the existence of germs.
hold on,
So, like,
hold
why
on,
are you
hold on,
quizzing me
hold
on
on,
germs?
hold on. So when we saw the first germ and then we wanted to say, oh, the germ is this big, we had to come up with a different scale than, say, a millimeter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what they basically did with Newtonian versus Einstein.
Yeah, but they never looked through a microscope and saw these little Newtonian dynamic.
Hold on. You're missing the point.
Microscope.
You're missing the point, like the
it's just not
trolls always
analogous.
do.
Not
No, it
analogous.
is
I was
analogous.
so confident.
It's not
yeah.
analogous
It is
because you can't
analogous.
literally physically see
It
gravity.
is analogous.
You can't
It is
literally
analogous.
physically look through a microscope and see
Oh,
gravity.
really?
It's not analogous.
Light gravitational lensing. That's you literally see
You're seeing
gravity.
maybe a supposed
Damn it,
effect
Max!
of
That was
gravity.
going to be what I said. Son of a
I'm
bitch.
sorry.
You're
Yeah,
always
you guys all have
spoiling
the
it
same
for each
spirit.
other.
Come on, Max.
And
So
I got
how is that?
and I
not
got
a script,
Gary here.
but then
I
when
got Gary.
flat earthers say the same
Gary
thing,
can't
it's
get a word in here. The AI.
Gary's on my side.
Is he? Let me
No,
ask.
he's
Let
not.
me ask
Gary
Gary.
literally just
Because if you ask Gary, can you
Gary
actually
just
physically
smoked your
observe
ass.
gravity with a microscope? It's going to
Gary
say no,
just
obviously.
smoked
Gary,
your ass.
Gary,
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. You need a telescope.
Gary,
not a
is the
microscope.
Earth flat?
Why?
Gary?
Gravity is everywhere.
No, the Earth isn't flat.
Boom! I'm on your side now, guys. I'm gonna throw out everything I've seen. I'm just gonna ignore it.
There's a flat Earther
You
on the
haven't
panel,
seen
Gary, and
Jack's
he's
Squad.
saying that you're on his
Haven't
side.
seen shit,
That's
dude.
why I asked.
You live in a
Then
bathroom.
he's
Clearly,
misrepresenting
regards
that's all
to
you
what
The
we're
do.
talking
Earth
asking.
is not flat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So you cannot see gravity with a microscope, obviously.
No one
No,
said
you
you
use a
actually see it.
telescope, bro.
Why
Why would you
you can't see it with a telescope either, bro. Like,
You can see the effects of
Gravitational
it.
lensing. We
so a
just talked
supposed
about.
effect of gravity. That's not proving what gravity is. You know that,
You
right?
can see the moons of Jupiter orbiting Jupiter. That's using gravity.
Why is that at all relevant to the shape of the Earth? Why would
literally
Jupiter and its
is.
moons
It
have
quite
any-
Do
why
you
are
agree?
you-
Hang on a minute.
Wait, we
Hold
were-
on, Max. Do you agree then, Kai, that you can see that?
Yeah. And you're not going to believe me, but I've looked through a telescope at the planets. My
I think
uncle
there's
has
a
one.
mix of the photo evidence.
Oh.
and
All right, Gary,
how
calm down. I wasn't
agree at
asking
all.
you. Gary's off again.
So yeah, I've seen Did I really see the moons of Jupiter? Not really. I mean, I saw Jupiter. I'm not going to deny that people have seen moons. I don't deny that people look up through the telescopes and see stuff.
Place. So
what? For saying I look through a telescope?
Hold on. Can you show me, with any optical means, a force? Show me a force. The force itself. Show me the force itself using any optical means.
And he doesn't mean get a lightsaber out. Right? No one wants to say that.
That's true. So can you do that?
Yeah.
Magnetism.
Yeah, magnetism. You can literally see the waves. Electrostatic, you can see all the particles. So yes, absolutely.
You can't see the force though.
You see the little. You see the actual thing. You see the.
That's the effect. That's the effect. There is no such thing as ever seeing a force. Ever. All you see is the effect. So it's just a disingenuous argument when we say we can see gravitational lensing and you're like, well, that's not gravity itself.
Well,
no, you're
true.
Always going to see the effect.
So then I'm right when I say it's just the effect of gravity you're seeing.
Sure, but now you have to come up with a reason why we're seeing that isn't gravity.
You can't come up with a reason. Well, you can come up with a reason, but you can't prove it. Like you can't show me light bending.
We absolutely can.
You cannot show me light bending around an object using the bending and warping of space time.
Yes, we can. That's what gravitational lensing is. You dingus.
Oh my God! Yes,
you can do that down here on Earth with a lab.
Bro.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ!
We can predict, guys. We can.
Can you do that down here on Earth
the
with a lab?
shift in we can predict the shift in location of stars as they traverse between as they traverse behind a very massive object like a black hole. We watch stars being bent around an object visually. And we make predictions of what we're going to see before we see it. So if we do that using gravitational lensing, why the fuck are you still this dumb?
Okay, well, you clearly don't understand the difference between looking up at the sky and making an assumptive-based observation at the sky, where we can't access it, we can't access what it is, we can't manipulate it. Like, if we go through the steps of science, and I say, can you scientifically use the displacement of space and time, have it bending and warping, and could you make the light go around the object?
So, Donkey, what is the second step in the basic scientific method? What is the second step in the basic scientific method?
So you have your independent variable, right?
No.
The fuck?
What is the second step in the basic scientific method? I'll give you the first one. The first
one's
one
a hypothesis, right? And then do you not form a hypothesis?
The first one is a observation. What's the second one?
So then it would be a hypothesis. Okay.
Cool. What is a hypothesis?
Like a theory. Come up with a theory to explain some sort of natural phenomenon.
No.
Okay.
It's basically an educated guess.
Yeah,
an educated guess could
guys,
also be described.
I'm getting ready to drop. Just want to let everyone know that Sully and Angels have agreed to a 2v2 debate.
I was going to ask you about that. Who's your second?
So I'm actually going to be probably video chatting McToon today.
Cool.
And trying to line up maybe a 2v2 with me and him. He seemed interested.
Can I make a suggestion for you? Do you know Unfornicated?
No.
Dan, unfollow him on here. Unfornicated, his name is. His little red like dot.
Okay.
He is like shit hot on all the radio frequency stuff, and he's been trying to debate Solly for a while. So he would be a great.
Oh yeah. You talking about his the newer WAN, bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I dove in that with Gene and made him look like a dumbass. So. But unfortunately, okay, yeah, for sure, I'll look into it. But
Glober,
I appreciate you having me up, Kai. Just one thing, I'll give you 10K if you can give me one single mathematical equation that is useful for making a prediction on flat Earth. And this is in recording. 10K, just one single mathematical equation that I can use on flat Earth to make a prediction. Okay.
Okay.
I've been doing this for about a decade. No one's given me a single fucking equation. So
how does that make you feel? Serious question.
It makes me feel like flat Earth is based on feelings and wanting to be smart, but not putting the effort in.
And you spent a decade of your life arguing with it online.
Yeah, willful ignorance has no place in society. So
okay, there's a lot of willfully ignorant people out there with many different ideas, and I know for a fact
because
you've got a name like Globonaut, you've attached your whole identity to specifically attacking one conspiracy theory.
Kai,
but over a decade.
Kai? What was your name before that? Was it Gladiator? Are you a fucking gladiator?
No, you're thinking about my other page, which is called Gladiator.
He does have a
MMA edits, so it's a different page entirely.
He does have a donkey boner, and he is a man. So when he was called Donkey Boner Man, that did correlate.
Oh man, okay, there you go. So
you love that name, don't
why
you?
are you like instead of saying here's my mathematical equation, you're like this is all you have. This is what your life is.
Well,
no, see,
I said I couldn't give you the equation.
I'm in my early 40s and semi-retired. Okay. And you're a fucking nobody on TikTok that
I'm a nobody on TikTok.
Has no explanation of reality.
Even though this account, which I don't even post on,
buddy.
Has way more followers than you do.
Cheers to you.
And my over account has way more followers than you'll ever be able to get. And I actually do produce a lot of content that people really like. I paid you.
You have no videos.
So when you go, now you're going to go off this live. Okay, so you're going to go off this live, you're going to search Gladiator Hub, you're going to see an MMA account with a bunch of edits with millions of views, and you're going to go, how does this dumb flat earther have a more successful online presence than me? And that's what you're going to think. And I spent 10 years of my life vehemently arguing with it online like a loser.
Yeah, Donkey, there's absolutely no way you have 128,000 followers on this account that are legit followers.
Why not?
With 2 videos, and your highest video view is 623 views.
Yeah.
I haven't
Give
even
me a fucking break.
Wait, right. on this account?
Pay to play.
On this account,
hold on.
You have 2 videos.
All my videos on this account are privated, and there's about 10 of them. And one of them has literally like 20 million views. It went mega viral in like 2020. Yeah. So
how does it go viral if it's privated?
Because
that doesn't make sense.
Since 2020, I have privated those videos.
Sure. Likely story.
So your 15 minutes of fame was up 6 years ago?
Okay, Mr. 10K bet guy.
Why did you private?
Do you want to make a bet? Do you want to make a bet with me right now on that? Do you want to make a bet live right now in front of all these people in this chat?
Bet what?
You're slandering me, saying I paid for my followers, and I don't have.
No, wait, he did make a bet,
and I don't
ran
have
away
privated video. Yes, nice censoring me, bro. You're a loser.
Right.
So you're saying I don't have privated videos on this account with 20 million views.
My assumption was based off of your private videos. I can't see them.
But you're making a claim. Don't make a claim and slander my name. Then.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Just
don't make that claim. Don't say I'm lying and I paid for my followers because you're jealous.
You're
jealous.
Donkey, how are you gonna?
I'm sorry, your feelings are hurt. You have all these followers. You're so fucking important.
Yeah, and you're jealous.
Fucking dumb as shit.
It's such a weird dick measuring contest.
Then why are you bringing it up?
Followers than you.
You're bringing it up. You're saying I paid for them.
Because it doesn't make sense. You guys with no videos has that many followers. If your videos are hidden, then that is information I'm not privy to, Kai.
Okay,
do you understand how that works?
No, because obviously it's logical. It's logical.
Out,
someone could post something 5 years ago, it gets a bunch of views, and then since then, years later, they private that video.
Right.
Is that
so
possible?
6 years later, your 15 minutes of fame is up, and now you're being dumb online.
So how is this you not being jealous? Like
jealous?
Yes.
Jealous.
Who cares?
Kai,
I'm super jealous of his donkey.
You're still going to be working for someone else, slaving away, and I'm going to be sitting on some Italian beach,
dude, I don't even
laughing at your dumbass. Then
I get paid through my over TikTok and through YouTube, so I literally don't even have a job right now because I think the 9 to 5 is like slavery. So yeah.
Are you a sovereign citizen?
Yeah. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that term means.
You do.
But Kai, as someone that spent 16 years doing mixed martial arts, I can actually appreciate that. So if I'm wrong, I apologize.
Wait, what?
Bud.
No, do you not want to bet on it?
What?
Do you not want to bet on it?
No, I wasn't privy to all information, so I made a false assumption, and I can admit to that, Kai. See how that works?
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So, Kai, can you give me a mathematical equation that's useful in flat Earth?
No, like I said 20 minutes ago, no, I can't. No.
Right.
That's not me lying, is it?
But if you can't do that, how can you say all the other ones are wrong. That's weird.
Because all of your other ones made specific claims and predictions that turned out to be wrong.
Right. I'll see you guys.
Right. So if someone makes a claim and then it turns out they're wrong, then just because you didn't make a claim doesn't mean you can't call them out for being wrong.
You think an equation makes a claim just by itself?
No, I'm saying that these different theories of gravity had very different claims, specific claims and predictions, which turned out to be wrong.
What was the claim of Newtonian gravity?
Yeah, which one of the planets was off. Mercury. Mercury's perihelion shift was off. So it was wrong.
What is the claim of Newtonian gravity?
Well, one, it's that mass is attracting mass. It's that gravity is a force.
Does Newtonian gravity make any claim as to how or why that happens?
No, he specifically says he has no idea how gravity could even work. And it has to be God.
Cool. Does Einsteinian relativity say that it agrees with Newtonian gravity?
It says that it disagrees with a lot of the fundamental core aspects of it. So, like, it isn't intrinsically mass attracting mass, and gravity isn't intrinsically a force.
Does Einsteinian relativity agree with Newtonian gravity?
It's a different theory. It's different ideas.
Does Einsteinian relativity agree with Newtonian gravity?
No.
I don't understand why you have... It does. No. It absolutely does. Einstein himself said it with his own mouth. And Einstein's field equations, by the way, when you're talking about Newtonian dynamics and you want to give... Dude, why are you... man. If you wanted to give an equation earlier... No, I was about to whatever.
Yeah, hit the shower.
If you wanted to give an equation earlier, you could have just said Newtonian field equations. That would have been way better than Newtonian dynamics, because that's like a whole different thing. Anyway,
yes,
Newton's field equations are in Einstein's equations.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Einstein built
they both work.
Newton's idea, but he made very different fundamental claims to... God, you just can't listen, can you? You have to constantly, incessantly interrupt. This is why people don't want to interact with you. This is why I don't normally interact with you.
Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. You notice how we didn't bring it up on panel yesterday? Notice how Globe Man was like, absolutely not fucking Donkey Boner, man. Yeah, cool.
What?
So, yeah, you were in Globe Man's live last night saying, "Oh no, not Hasselblad," and then Tyler was like, "Oh, who the hell is Kai?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Donkey Boner, man." He's like, "Oh yeah, definitely."
What's this relevancy, bro? What's this relevancy?
Yeah,
the fact that
because you're just
you interrupt. No,
anyway,
all you do is interrupt. That's all you do.
Anyway, Newton's gravity is a law. It is what we observe. Relativity is the explanation of what we observe.
If Newtonian gravity is
literally
law,
that simple,
then how was it wrong when we applied it to the quantum scale and the cosmological scale?
Because
if it's a law, then how is it wrong?
Because that law applies to a non-inertial reference frame.
Dude, if it's a law, a scientific law means it applies to the whole universe. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, well, now you can learn.
So it's weird. It's weird how Kai just made up a definition and a rule of science.
Dude, a scientific law. Okay. So you guys are saying that Newtonian is fine, whatever. Can you explain why they're trying to
you guys? I hadn't spoke for about 20 minutes. What are you talking about? Even Gary can't speak here.
Gary would back me up on this.
Do you want me to ask Gary anything?
See if Gary backs him up.
Yeah. Ask Gary if Newtonian gravity made predictions wrong when it came to the cosmological and the quantum scale.
Okay. Hold on a second.
There's no such thing as quantum scale predictions using. It has nothing to do with gravity.
They tried to apply gravity.
They are trying.
Okay, that means it doesn't work then. Obviously, it doesn't work.
Right. It works in a non-inertial reference frame. Do you know what that is?
Do you know that it has to work everywhere for your model to be real? For your model to exist, it has to work everywhere. That's why they're trying to come up with a new theory.
It's not a law of science. You're just making shit up.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're coming up with a new theory just for shits and giggles, right?
It
They got no
works
reason.
in a non-inertial reference frame, and
What does that
currently,
mean? Why do you explain to everyone what that means?
you don't know. How long have you been doing this?
You keep saying
you've
it.
never heard this before.
No, I've heard it. You keep
So
saying it. And you're not explaining what it is.
in a non-inertial reference frame like Earth, you're moving with Earth.
That's
So
the begging
everything
question.
on Earth is moving with Earth. That means it's non-inertial.
Oh.
Now, if we look out to other objects, those things are moving independent of Earth. It is an inertial reference frame. That means Newtonian gravity isn't going to be as precise. And those objects are much, much, much bigger than what we're talking about.
Dude, it's wrong. I don't know why you're so afraid to say it. It's been 400 years.
Okay, Gladiator. I want you.
It's just wrong.
Kai, I want you to word how I should put this to Gary.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna type after me, right?
Gary can hear me.
Okay. So, yes or no? Has Newtonian gravity? When was it applied to the cosmological scale, and did it work? And because of that, are they coming up with new ideas of what gravity could be? Yeah, that's it.
By the way, we already agree with that. You're not wrong. You're just wrong on everything else.
Shifting the goalpost, yeah.
No, not shifting the goalpost. That's why I said several times. Okay. Newtonian gravity works in a non-inertial reference frame. The cosmos is not a non-inertial reference frame.
It doesn't matter. It means it's
It does
wrong.
matter.
It means it's a
No,
wrong
it means it doesn't.
theory.
It doesn't
There's
make
a theory
as
out there. The idea is there's a theory out there that works on every scale. And Einsteinian gravity isn't that.
Newtonian gravity the rules of science. They decide that the law has to apply to the universe, but that's not a law of science. And we're in the science community. Do they feel like that?
So what's the natural law? What's the natural law?
The law of gravity works. That's plain and simple. That's just
it. Doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Hold on a minute, Gary. Does the natural law of gravity work?
Yeah, gravity
That's not what I
isn't
said.
a law we voted on. It's a description of how mass attracts mass. Live answer, things with mass
The Newtonian gravity work.
You're interrupting Gary!
Did you? I'm pretty sure you typed in what my phone says before, and it agreed with me, right? That's why you didn't read it out. But that's fine.
I'm not reading it. You can hear Gary. What are you talking about? I didn't read it out.
You said you were going to type the thing that I said before.
No, I'm not typing anything. Yeah, Gary, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to have a conversation here with Gladiator.
Hey, forget Gary. Forget Gary.
Standing down.
Objectively, you can use any AI or any Google search.
Donkey, we already agreed with you.
It doesn't work on the cosmological or the quantum
Correct.
scale.
Got it.
That means it's wrong. That means it's wrong.
No. It means you can't apply. So
yes,
Kai,
my brother, that means it's not the truth. It means it's not the real truth of what's happening. That's what it means.
Kai,
people in the highest level of astrophysics would tell you, obviously it's not what it really is. That's why MOND exists. Why would modified Newtonian dynamics exist if regular Newtonian dynamics worked perfectly fine as you
Don't
keep
talk
saying
about my
it does?
field like that. That is not what my field thinks.
Okay, brilliant. So you work in MOND. Why is that a
No.
thing? Why is it a thing?
We do not use... No. That is crackpot science.
Why is modified Newtonian dynamics
Any
a thing?
serious astrophysicist is not using that.
Oh, they're going for dark matter. Yeah, cool. It's all dark energy and dark matter that we can't see, we can't define it. Cool.
Yeah, it's all the sun and the moon mysteriously floating in the sky that we can't explain. Cool.
So what was this guy's name? Quantum.
Easy version.
So
They're not floating mystically.
Quantum.
They're just in orbit.
what
Gravity
part of
and
MOND?
momentum.
Oh, fucking
Gary's
Gary's
talking.
interrupted now.
Screw you.
Donkey,
Obviously, MOND
before
exists, and
you
obviously the only
proceed,
reason it would exist is if
Donkey,
they were trying to
before
actually
you
come up with the right
proceed,
theory.
hold on. What's included in Newtonian?
What the fuck?
What do we look at?
Yeah, if we're going to study the field of Newtonian dynamics, if we're going to say, hey, this is a field now, we're going to study it and see if it's true, what are we going to be studying?
Yes. Like, what is Newtonian dynamics, basically? Just what is it?
Well, you can apply it to a lot of different stuff. It's not just like one thing.
Like
That's
what?
not an answer to the question.
People like engineers would use it, right?
That's not an answer to the question. What?
Okay, I don't know what the answer is.
What is Newtonian dynamics?
I obviously don't know then.
I mean, it's literally a one-sentence answer.
That's a problem.
What is it?
It's a study of how forces act upon objects and cause them to move.
Yep. Okay. It's literally the study of how things fucking move.
Right.
Okay, so?
And you didn't know that. That's an issue.
You
didn't know that, but you want to.
Obviously,
to be clear,
that gravity is about how objects
hang on. Hang on, Kai. You didn't know what Newtonian dynamics is, the study of how things move under force, but yet you want to. Stop interrupting.
The idea of how objects
stop interrupting, Kai. Yeah. So you didn't know that, but yet you want to critique general relativity. So if you want to,
why does Mond
tell
exist?
me what the metric tensor is?
So why does Mond exist? Why does Mond exist?
What is the metric tensor?
Why does Mond exist?
Because
if you want to critique general relativity.
Yeah, why does Mond exist? Yeah, why does Mond
general relativity, Kai?
The same reason flat earthers exist.
Why does Mond exist?
The same reason flat earthers exist. There's a lot of stupid people.
To be clear, Donkey, Newtonian dynamics includes gravity, but is not exclusive to gravity. For example, if you wanted to make a prediction on what it was going to take a leap.
Yes, thank God.
So if you wanted it, like here, I'll show you. So
please don't.
No, I will. So if I wanted to figure out how much wind it would take to make this flag move as much as it's moving right now, that would be included in Newtonian dynamics. Wouldn't have to necessarily include gravity. We could just measure how much force it would take to make this flag move a specified vector.
Okay.
So when you say Newtonian dynamics is dead, that's just fucking dumb.
Okay, Newton's theory of gravity being intrinsically mass attracting mass.
Newton didn't have a theory of gravity. Newton had an observation of mass attracting mass. That's it, dude. He never had a theory. He had a law. Learn the fucking difference. You've been doing this way too goddamn long to be saying the same shit over and over again.
So Newton didn't say that mass attracting mass.
He did, but it isn't a theory. It's a law.
No, that isn't.
No, it's a law.
No. Dude, prove to me that mass attracts mass.
Hold on a minute, I'll ask Gary. Gary, how does mass attract mass? Prove it.
Not, dude. This is so fucking funny.
Hang on a minute. Gary's gone off. Gary's shit himself and ran away from that question.
Could you go into your wardrobe right now, get 2 pieces of clothes and have them intrinsically attract to one another? Or is it when Newton sees an apple fall from a tree to the ground, he assumes that it's being dragged down to the center of mass of the earth?
Gary, hold on a minute. Gary, how can we prove that mass attracts mass?
Cavendish experiment. Tiny lead balls twisting on a fiber. You literally measure the attraction. That's direct, repeatable, done.
Yeah.
What else?
And they're not getting rid of all the, and they're not getting rid of any of the other variables.
Satellite tracking,
that could
and
be
the
involved.
fact that we can predict all of that precisely. Mass attracting mass explains it cleanly.
Yeah.
If it didn't, GPS wouldn't work.
Hold on a minute. Gladiator's talking over you. So Gladiator's talking over you because he doesn't want to hear the answer. So what about he's disputing and laughing at the Cavendish experiment because nobody took care of any of the independent variables. So what do you say to that?
Checking. Not really. Cavendish and many modern repeats controlled for air currents, temperature, vibration, and then deliberately move the source masses. The force flips predictably when you swap positions. So, the quick live line is, which specific variable makes a force appear in reverse exactly when you move the masses. That's what he needs to show.
Okay, could the Cavendish experiment work with electrostatics?
Let me check. Electrostatics can affect the torsion balance, sure, and that's a known confound, but it's controlled for in modern versions. Showing electrostatics can move it isn't the same as proving it did.
Well, how is it controlled for?
Show electrostatics reproduces the measured effects when uncharged masses are moved.
Faraday
That's the
cage,
bar,
dumbass.
and it isn't met.
He's saying, so how did they control for it?
Checking. Main ways, conductive or Faraday shielding, grounding conductive parts, and doing null tests. Also key, Cavendish
the lead
himself
balls
didn't
are
have
made
all the
of-
modern controls. The point is that later experiments tighten those controls. Quick live line, are you claiming electrostatics could interfere or that it actually
what about the
explains
lead
the
balls?
measured force? Because that's not shown in controlled versions.
If you're making a claim that you're controlling the variable of electrostatics, it's a moot claim because everything is intrinsically electrostatic. You could never ever take
That's wrong.
So
never
that
take
means
the
you
electrostatic.
That means you don't know how electricity. That means you don't know how electricity works either.
Listening.
Awesome. Gary, he did respond, but it was a load of bollocks. I didn't really understand what he said. So.
Yeah, so
Fair
obviously
enough.
those lead balls are
If
made
there's
of
a claim you want
electricity.
checked, just throw it at me.
Yeah, but he kept talking over you, so I couldn't understand. What did you want to say in retaliation to that then, Kai?
Nothing. I don't want to talk to an AI. AI is a
He
stupid.
doesn't want to talk to an AI,
Owl
but everything.
for
What? Can I ask this question, Kai? You don't want to talk to an AI, but everything you've ever brought up on my lives as evidence
One
has been an AI overview.
Yeah.
No, I
So
mean,
why
right now,
do you
I mean,
want
I
to
don't
talk
wanna-
to
I
that,
don't-
but don't want to talk
No,
to
I
that?
mean,
With
I mean, like
electrostatics,
literally
the one
right
liner
now. I don't
is,
want to converse
could
with
it
an AI.
interfere?
Not only
Yes.
that, he
Is it
said you could
shown
use
to
whatever
cause the
AI you
measured
want.
effects in controlled versions? No.
sorry, that's my version of the Caleb laugh.
Oh, no, I got you.
Weird. You're just weirdly obsessed with people.
It's
That's
the
way
actual
better.
one.
So Kai, what is required for electrostatics to make one object move towards the other object? What is required?
I'm sorry, but
I don't know.
you've reached your
No idea.
daily GPT Live 1 limit for
Do
today. You can continue with
broke
GPT
alert.
Live 1 Mini.
Broke alert.
do like things attract or opposites attract?
Well, no, like opposites will attract each other. Right?
Opposites attract, right. So if we're using two lead balls, do those lead balls have the same
This
charge?
music. This music is amazing.
I don't know. I don't know what the experiment is. I need to see if they've been
Cavendish, you said it's electrostatics.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, no, you're asking like what my replacement is for why things go down. Yeah,
why do they specifically choose lead balls?
Yeah, you tell me.
There's two reasons.
If gravity is just
dude, you've been doing this since 2022, dude.
If gravity is just intrinsically mass attracting mass, why do they always have to use lead balls? Why couldn't you use any material or object?
They don't always have to.
Why is it always the Cavendish experiment? Why is it not? I can just get
you can
one
do
object on my table,
there's
get another
many
object
others.
on my table.
It wouldn't matter what it was, would it? Really?
They're gonna get
Holy
attracted
shit.
to each other. Like why
They're
can't they
being
do
pulled
that?
down by gravity. Why would they get attracted to each other when they're both being pulled down the same way?
And the friction on your table would be much greater than the force of gravity. Holy shit, dude. So
Yeah,
why
but
do
you're
they
making the claim that the two masses should be attracting each
choose
other.
steel man the position instead of being a troll? Why do they choose lead balls?
Why do they choose lead balls?
Because they're diamagnetic. They're diamagnetic.
I don't know.
There's probably three specific reasons. One, lead is pretty damn cheap. Two,
so it's plastic.
lead is pretty dense.
So it's wood.
Three, You think wood is denser than fucking lead?
Well, it's pretty dense. You said it's pretty dense. So is wood. Wood is dense.
Wood isn't dense. It fucking floats, you moron.
Holy shit, dude.
Still dense. Still got density to
Wood
it.
floats, Sky.
Yeah, but does wood just go straight up into the sky? No, it goes down because it's denser than the medium it's in.
Jeez, you are deflecting, dude.
But it's still dense.
No, hang on. No, that's a
everything's
claim,
dense.
Kai.
You know everything's dense.
If you're
Did you know
claim,
that, right? Did you know everything's dense?
No, Kai, stop interrupting.
No,
I'm
you-
about to
you are
explain why
dense.
what you said
are
is stupid.
dense.
Yeah, nice
So, if your claim is that the denser object is going to go to the less dense area, everything's going to go flying the fuck up because it's less dense up there.
That's not my claim, though.
No, but that's what would happen based on what you're saying.
Yes.
No, I'm saying there's a mix of things for why things go down. It's not just like one.
No, we weren't. But to be fair, we weren't talking about going down.
Okay.
Fuck me, dude. Holy deflection.
We're talking about gravity. That's what's in contention.
We were talking about the density of lead and why it is used.
And I said that wood is also dense. And you guys crashed out over that.
Wood is not dense.
Right, hold on a second. Right,
What do you mean wood isn't dense? How could it not be dense? Just because it's more buoyant
Because it
than
floats on water.
Okay, so it's more buoyant than water. But what
Got
happens when I
it.
drop it?
Got it.
So what happens
Got
when I
it.
drop
Got it.
from
Got
10
it.
feet up
Got
to
it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
So I came on today and I thought I'm going to put some different topics up. Otherwise, I'll be stuck talking to Gladiator for 2 hours. And what happened anyway? I'm sitting there talking to Gladiator.
Ghosts, bro, I was enjoying our ghost topic, and then these losers came in and started going, well, how does the total eclipse work? And started crashing out over
The only flat
I
earthers.
was the first person on panel. I was here way before you, loser.
Yeah, and when I came up,
that's
what we
true.
were talking about ghosts.
Right. Anyway, I'm going to go and have some dinner. So I'm going to fuck this off. I'll be back probably maybe tomorrow or the next day. So cheers, everybody. Adios for now. See you all later.
Hasselblad. Screw you, Hasselblad.
Oh, God.
Have a good day.
Sweet burn. See you, Gary.
Love you, Hassel Daddy. Love you,
Say
WhatKast.
goodbye to Gary. Gary gets all the love, more than me. Yeah, Gary was crashing out there. Gary was trying to talk over everybody, which was weird. Oh my word! Everybody's moaning. Like I see people moaning in the chat. Someone even left. Someone goes, "Oh, God damn it! I can't listen to this moron anymore." There's nothing I can do about it. Flat Earthers. I've tried 5 topics today. No fucker will come up. They are terrified of me. I can't do anything. Right? So Gladiator's the only prick that will come and talk. All I want to do is fight. All I want to do is fight people, but it's impossible. Seems to be impossible. So, cheers for the chats of Super, and cheers for the vicious cycle for the memberships. Cheers to everybody in the chat for sharing, for liking, etc. Please like before you you leave. There's only 30 likes there. There was about 70, 80 people in here at max. Not max the person, maximum. Right, cheers everybody. I'm out. I'm going to go and have something to eat and a drink. See you later.